Hey, what's your name?
Dave Navarro.
Sorry, repeat. Yeah. Sorry, what's your name again?
Dave Navarro.
Hi, Dave. I'd just like to know what are your impressions of Charles Manson?
It's very. It's become an American icon over time, and one of the more compelling characters in American history, primarily because of the way that the crimes that were attributed to him and his family weren't necessarily perpetrated by him specifically. So that is a pretty compelling component of the Manson story. But when you watch some of the interviews with him in later years, in some of the jailhouse interviews, there's an insanity that is somewhat cohesive. And I'm sorry?
Is it okay if I take a picture too?
Well, we're doing a documentary. We're not taking pictures.
You can answer the question though that I'm asking them in 1 second.
Point.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but if you watch some of, you can go on YouTube and watch a lot of the documentary footage. You can watch a lot of the interview footage on him. And there's like a calmness to the chaos that's even more compelling, I think, than the murders were on their own. Because he starts to make sense, and he starts talking, and he goes down a path, and he starts making sense, and at a certain point you start thinking, wow, this guy's actually brilliant. And then he'll throw a left curve, and then you're like, oh, he's crazy. But, you know what I mean? Like, there is a sense of genius behind the madness, which I think is one of the things that makes him more compelling than, say, someone like Ted Bundy, or even Dahmer, because even though Dahmer had really heinous crimes, and they were really difficult to understand, the Manson stuff was really America's first taste of cult. This was before Jonestown. Or was it? No, it was before Jonestown, right?
Yeah, after.
It was after Jonestown.
Yeah.
Really? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I bet you would be.
69.
Wasn't Jonestown in the 70s?
Yeah. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, might be right. Anyway, well, be that as it may, it was still a huge dose of the cult thing, especially in the Jonestown situation. You know, you have the crime was perpetrated to the participants in Jonestown, whereas these were innocent people that were killed. So the fact that there was a mental programming behind those murders was one of the things that America had a really hard time with.
Do you think he should be, you mentioned Bundy and Dahmer, do you think he should be lumped in the same category?
I think that just because of the fact that we're dealing with brutal killings, that it's inherently in the same category. If you're talking about a methodology, and if you're talking about serial killers, no, because he isn't a serial killer. But
did he kill anyone, in your opinion?
Well, my understanding is that wasn't there a musician guy that he killed someone? Who was the guy who was associated with the Beach Boys?
Well, he didn't actually physically end anyone's life, but yeah, there's Gary Hinman.
That's the guy I'm thinking about. That was up in the mountain, up in the house up in the hills, correct?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've brushed up on my name. Although I do own a piece of the fireplace that Sharon Tate was killed in front of. I have that in a glass case in my home. Yeah.
What motivated you to acquire that, out of curiosity?
I collect serial killer art. I have a Henry Lee Lucas drawing. I have John Wayne Gacy paintings. I have a couple of them. Just different knickknacks. Yeah. Which is why when you asked me about this subject, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll talk about it. Anything else?
Can you name one of the victims of the Tate LaBianca killings? Or?
Name one of the...
Like, name like the other victims, or...
Sebring, the hairstylist.
Yeah.
God, well, the interesting thing, I forget the name of the guy, but the guy that was killed out in the car.
Steve Parent, yeah.
Yeah, who was just like moments away from escaping. That's pretty compelling. I've been up to that property, actually. I live in LA, and it's Cielo Drive. It's not there anymore. But I was there when the house was there, and then even if you go up there now and it's vacant, there's an energy and a vibe there that's really thick. I haven't been to the LaBiancas site, but the Tate site's pretty intense.
Cool. Any last words?
Last words. I mean, you'd have to ask a specific question because you get on its subject.
What's your favorite Manson quote, or you can paraphrase?
Okay, let me think. That's going to take a second. It was the one where he said, you have to feed it to me and I'll read it back. But the one who said, it used to be that every...
You used to be crazy. Crazy used to mean something.
Yeah,
now everyone's crazy.
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, and that's true. Crazy used to mean something, but now everybody's crazy. And there's something to that, you know? And, you know, luckily he got it in just under the water.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
All right, man. Are you...